Next, we can talk about doing a queue implementation with a dynamic array. And here's my best advice. Don't do it. And the reason is simple. Think about what we just talked about. Think about all that we talked about. And what is the linchpin to being able to do a queue using a static array? It's being able to control our resize and how we copy during our resize, right? Having control over the resize process and resetting the front of the queue is crucial for us. But dynamic arrays probably are going to do that for us, right? If we do a dynamic array base, right, a list queue, when we add to the end, what are we going to do? We're just going to append, right? And we can see that's naturally what happens, right? Here's an implementation. Look how easy this is. This is so quick and easy. So we create our dynamic array, and every time we enqueue, we're just going to append, right? Because we're adding to the end. And when we do our len, we just get the length of our dynamic array. It's easy. We can do the same thing with isEmpty and returning the thing at index 0. Uh-oh. Because look, I'm keeping all the data left justified. Why am I doing that? Like, this is big O of n. This is a problem. Well, here's why. If we don't do that, if we try to use a circular paradigm while we're appending, what's going to happen? Imagine we have this algorithm. We're going to enqueue something, and then we're going to get into a rhythm where we repeat enqueue, dequeue, enqueue, dequeue. And we do this pattern. We do this pattern 1,000,000 times. Okay? So we start off and we go enqueue, enqueue, dequeue, enqueue. Well, we're going to append. Enqueue, dequeue, enqueue, dequeue, enqueue. Uh-oh. We're going to append. Right? So what's going to end up happening is after 1,000,000 iterations, we're going to have one lonely element at like index 1,000,000, 999,999 blank spots to its left, and probably about 500,000 blank spots to its right, if I'm being honest with you, because remember, it's going to expand the size like this. The odds that we're going to get it right here are almost nil. So the only way to, if we're going to do that, if we're going to take advantage of what a dynamic array has, we're going to either end up with memory or performance issues. If we're not going to take advantage of what a dynamic array has, that's what this is, right? The data here is a dynamic array that we're treating like a static array. Like, if we're not going to take advantage of the append and the resizing, we have to do this. And at that point, it's not really a dynamic array. So don't. This is the one that you don't. Now, having said that, if you just need a quick and dirty queue, and you know that your queue is never going to be more than like 20 or 30 elements, who cares, right? But if you have an indeterminate amount of elements that you're going to put in, once you get past a couple of thousand, performance is going to start to slow, or memory is going to start to get crunched up. So either way, only do this if you know that you are going to have a very, 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 very small queue, and probably a queue that you're only going to use in a couple of spots.